Hey everybody, it's Matt Mayoko at NBC Sports Bay Area bringing you some updates after Kyle Shanahan had his conference call, day after game conference call. 49ers on Sunday beat the Chicago Bears, and now it's the quick turnaround to get ready to face the LA Rams at Levi Stadium. But first, this is brought to you by Canyon Club Brewery. It's located in Moraga, California, very close to where I live. And so I get by there quite often, check out their always changing variety and styles of beers, as well as the menu items. Always something to satisfy my needs, whether it's a beverage or something to eat. They have the good appetizers as well as the entrees and all that. So it's a cool place to hang out. Canyon Club Brewery in Moraga, and it's coming soon to the Livery in Danville. So I don't know if you've ever been to the Livery, but a lot of good stuff going in there, or a lot of stuff already there. And Canyon Club will be opening fairly soon. I'll keep you posted when that opens, and I'll certainly stop by, and maybe I'll see you there as well. Okay, so the big one coming out of the game, the 49ers victory over the Chicago Bears. Of course, we know that Christian McCaffrey is on injured reserve with a posterior cruciate ligament injury in his knee. We know that Jordan Mason is on injured reserve with a high ankle sprain. And then on Sunday, Isaac Guerendo, the rookie, handled those chores quite well as a starter. Pass catcher, runner. He shows a lot of the traits that the 49ers like to see in their running backs. However, he left the game in the fourth quarter with a foot sprain. And that's what the MRI shows. Kyle Shanahan says that he will be evaluated, Isaac Guerendo will, over the next few days. So as he spoke to us on Monday afternoon, he has all day Tuesday, probably won't practice on Tuesday, probably won't do much on Wednesday either. And then Thursday, the 49ers will have to make a decision on whether he is good enough after just, what is that, 72 hours to get out there on the field and play what is a key NFC West game against the Rams. So they'll just kind of play this one by ear when it comes to Isaac Guerendo, but he seemed optimistic. Guerendo did after the game in speaking to reporters, but Kyle Shanahan didn't sound all that optimistic about Guerendo's availability for Thursday night, but that is something that we will see as the week goes on. And I think the same can be said for a couple of guys who have missed some games recently, Nick Bosa and Trent Williams. They're still very much in the same situation of see how they feel as the week goes on and whether they have a chance to play on Thursday night. Aaron Banks, good news for the 49ers. Aaron Banks has been cleared out of the concussion protocol, so he is good to go and return to the starting lineup at left guard for the 49ers. And that comes at a time when the 49ers lose Ben Barch. He started the past two games at left guard in place of Banks. He played very well against the Bills in that snowy conditions. He started the game against the Bears, but sustained a high ankle sprain early in that game. He had to leave the lineup, and Spencer Burford came in and played in his place. So Barch more than likely will go on injured reserve, season-ending injured reserve with a high ankle sprain. Other injuries coming out of the game for the 49ers, D. Winters, who I talked about on the earlier video that I posted, played very well. He is day to day with the ankle injury, and also Malik Mustafa has a chest and shoulder injury. We saw that big hit in the game on Sunday, so he is listed as day to day as well. I did ask Shanahan about just kind of the thought process of having Talanoa Hufanga back off of injured reserve, and the 49ers had a good week of practice, and the 49ers say, he's been an ultra productive player when he's been out there. So they moved him immediately into the starting lineup. So that means that the 49ers had to make a decision. Do they stick with Malik Mustafa or Jair Brown as the safety alongside Talanoa Hufanga? And what Kyle Shanahan said was just how Malik Mustafa, the rookie, had been playing, that they decided that they would go with him over Jair Brown, and they thought that that was the right decision. But my colleague Jennifer Lee Chan followed up on the question about Jair Brown. Tig is his nickname. What is he just has he dropped off? What's the story there from a year ago? And what Shanahan said that he's playing the same. He said he's playing like a good starting safety, but when something like that happens and Hufanga is healthy, they had to make a decision, and so they chose Mustafa, saying that they felt like he really earned it with how he's been playing. And Shanahan said, "I'm good with our decision." So um, just kind of an interesting situation with Talanoa Hufanga scheduled for unrestricted free agency at the end of the year. It's pretty clear that the pecking order for the 49ers, Talanoa Hufanga, Malik Mustafa, and then Jair Brown, probably, I would assume, still in line to be a starter in the future, depending on what happens with Hufanga. 49ers, I can't imagine they're going to pay a heck of a lot of money to retain Hufanga as a free agent, but also coming off of his injuries, ACL last year, missed all of training camp and the first couple of games of the season. Then he sustains the wrist fracture. He's back out there. Will another team offer Hufanga a multi-year contract? We shall see. Dre Greenlaw, there is a chance that he will be out there on the field on Thursday. That's a game that I think everybody's kind of been pointing toward. They knew that he wouldn't be able to play, 2 games in 4 days. And so he didn't play in this game Sunday, but it sounds like they felt like he just wasn't quite ready, wasn't quite there yet to play. But what Shanahan said is that Thursday's game at Levi Stadium, that there's a chance. He said he hadn't talked to him yet today on Monday, but they'll see how he feels at practice on Tuesday, how he feels on Wednesday, and then how he feels early in the day on Thursday. And so, because it's a Thursday game, the 49ers would have to make a decision on him by 1 p.m. on Thursday, and that would be to activate him. I'm sure they will do that now with Barch being injured and going on IR. That kind of gives the 49ers an avenue to get Dre Greenlaw up on the 53-man roster. So those are some of the issues the 49ers are facing, some of their injury concerns. Brock Purdy made it out of the game healthy. There was a scare there. Darrell Taylor kind of wrenched his neck in the fourth quarter, looked scary at the time. I think Purdy was kind of scary. His helmet was askew and all that. He said he didn't quite feel right. Got to the sideline, was out one play, got back in there, but he seemed fine, and he's not listed on any kind of injury report for this day. Now, for the running backs, if Guerendo cannot go, it will be Patrick Taylor who would take over as the 49ers lead running back in the game Thursday, with Keyshawn Vaughn as the backup, and then Israel Abanikanda would be the guy who potentially would be the number 3 running back. 49ers claimed him a week ago off waivers from the New York Jets. He's a guy who was a prolific producer at the University of Pittsburgh. Only saw action in 6 games as a rookie with the Jets and was inactive for every game this season with the Jets before they waived him. But he's been spending extra time with the 49ers legendary running backs coach, Bobby Turner, getting up to speed. So, as Shanahan said, his opportunity is getting closer, because it is possible now that after Elijah Mitchell was injured in the preseason, after Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason go on injured reserve, and with a foot injury to Isaac Guerendo, it could be that the 49ers will have to now rely on their 5th running back, which is Patrick Taylor, followed by their 6th running back, Keyshawn Vaughn, and then their 7th running back, Israel Abanikanda. So that is the situation with the 49ers, and they have moved past the Chicago Bears. They don't spend any time, the coaching staff doesn't really spend any time in great detail going over the previous game. So the 49ers 38-13 victory over the Bears, very much in the rear view mirror as they start to put the game plan in to face the Los Angeles Rams, a team that they're very familiar with. The Rams, one of only 2 teams in the NFC West with a winning record. They are 7-6. The Seattle Seahawks are atop the heap at 8-5, and then the 49ers and the Cardinals are bringing up the rear at 6-7. So again, you've probably heard this, but now I think we really can say it. must-win time for the 49ers. Hey, check out my previous videos where I break down the game. I give the game recap after the Sunday night after the 49ers win over the Bears. And then Monday morning, kind of I talked about the young guys, how the next generation of 49ers are starting to kind of assert themselves. And Shanahan talked about it today on the conference call where he said that when he asked Brock Purdy and Diamador Lenore to talk to the team on Saturday night at the team hotel, tries to switch things up. He tries to keep things fresh so they're not hearing from the same people all the time. But it was very calculated in that he wanted to get two younger guys who don't ordinarily speak to the team, but guys who have widespread respect within the locker room and who are very good players. So guys that when they speak, guys would kind of perk up and listen to what they had to say because of that respect factor. And so Purdy and Lenore were the two guys who spoke to the team Saturday night, and both of those guys stepped up and played very well in the 49ers win over the Bears. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like it, comment, and that is it for now.